Hold on, yeah. Okay. All right, so please try to come for the next 2 weeks. Then after that, we will be missing each other for some time. I try to collect some more modules so we can continue our satsang, yeah. So I hope you all are okay, that we can continue our association, our weekly association. So we allocate some time to hear about Krishna, to associate with devotees. Okay, so it's good. Once in a week, we allocate that time for us to nourish our soul. Okay, that's the right word, to nourish our soul. We'll be nourishing our mind, our eyes, our stomach, our senses, okay, with so many things throughout the week. So one day we allocate 1.5 hours, we allocate to nourish our soul and hear transcendental in knowledge. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Okay, as usual, we are going to recap week 23. Do you all remember what's the topic for week 23?
Who begins Bhakti?
Very good. Okay, who begins Bhakti? Okay, how many people can begin their Bhakti? How many kinds, categories? How many we saw last week?
4.
4, very good. Okay, do you all remember? Anybody can remember? Maybe one person can tell one. These are, what do they call? What are they called? What's the term that's given to them? These people that has tendency to start Bhakti. It starts with P.
Distress.
Okay, one person, one category is distress.
Seeker of wealth.
Yes, seeker of wealth. Very good, Mataji, welcome.
Okay.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
The inquisitive.
The inquisitive. Yes. One more.
Those in search of the absolute truth.
Knowledge of the absolute. Very good. Okay, who are they called generally? What are they called? Sorry.
The 4 Kumaras, is it, Mataji?
No. What are they called generally? These 4 category of people. What are they called?
Oh,
It starts with P.
Lord Sukritino, is it?
No, Mataji. What are they called generally? Who are they actually? There's a term we call them with. Yamuna Mataji, do you remember?
Looking for the answer. What does it start with? What alphabet, Mataji?
P for Penang.
Pious men, pious people.
Yes, pious people. Okay. So text 16, who has Bhagavad Gita in their hand?
Me.
Okay, text 16, Mataji, please read.
Text 16.
Chapter 7, text 16.
Done, Mataji.
Somebody can prepare with text 17.
The text 16 is the divine and the demonic natures, is it?
No. Chapter 7, text 16.
Oh, chapter 7.
Chatur Rida Bhajante, is it?
Can you read the translation, Mataji?
Okay. Translation. O best among the Bharatas. Is that the one?
Yes, correct.
Okay. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. The distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the absolute.
Okay, very good, Mataji. Thank you. So you can see 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotion service. So who begins Bhakti? So what is the term we call that in Sanskrit, the pious? Remember, that's the one term that we covered in the beginning of our lesson last week.
Bhajate.
Bhajati is Bhakti, right?
Yeah.
It starts with Sukritina. Very
Sukrin. Oh my God. Is a tongue twister.
Yes, yes. Sukritina. Okay. So what is the meaning of Sukritina?
Which place you're going?
Those who are
Pious.
pious.
Pious. Okay, very good. So we understood what does Sukritino mean. It means pious, and we understood who are the four kind of people who will approach the Lord. Okay, those who are distressed, seeker of wealth, inquisitive, and searching for knowledge of the absolute. So among all these four, right, who Krishna says is the best?
Those
Among-
searching for the knowledge of the absolute.
Right. Okay. Who is ready with the text 17? Can read for us.
I read, Mataji.
Okay, Roja Mataji.
Of these, the one who is full in knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is dear to me.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So out of these four, Krishna is taking the last one, right? Seeker, those who are searching for knowledge of the absolute, and it doesn't end there. Okay, those who are seeking the knowledge, who has the knowledge and using the knowledge in the devotional service, he is very dear to me. This is what Krishna is saying. Okay, so these four kind of people, right? Are they all pure devotees? What is your understanding? Anybody can share?
Yeah, I think so. They are,
No.
all of them are very devoted to Krishna. They are, I think, mostly devotion in conscience with Krishna consciousness.
Okay, so they are taking up devotion service under based on different motivations. Okay, so are they pure devotees? So to answer this, you can relate it to the kind of desires they have. So based on that, you'll be able to tell whether they are pure devotees already or not. What is your opinion?
Maybe number 4, seekers of the absolute truth.
Okay, so out of these four, the fourth one is the best. But my question, are these all four, they are pure devotees? Okay, for some issues, they are coming to God. Okay, God, give me this, God, give me that. I have this problem, I need money. I want to know who is God. Okay, oh God, I want to get more knowledge about you. So let's say all of us, we are 4 of us. Okay, we are going to Krishna with all these intentions and desires. So are we all pure devotees?
Yes, I think.
Okay, anybody else have different answer? Kaya Mataji, are you able to recall anything?
Hare Krishna, I think those
But-
who are qualified, the Vishwayate.
Tachani Mataji, can you repeat please?
I think those who are specially qualified and called Vishwayate. Yate.
Shishyate. Okay, he is specially qualified, the fourth person.
Yeah.
That is the Shishyate. Okay, how about generally talking about these 4 people? Are they pure devotees already or not?
They are not.
Not.
Yes.
Okay, Karunya Saraswati Mataji, please share. You are saying they are not, or at least they are not yet. Can
Not
you
yet.
share?
Might be later on they might become or they might not become.
Okay, why? Why they are not pure devotees yet?
Because they are coming with a motive. It's not pure love of God that they are
Yeah.
coming.
Very good. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so the 4 person, okay, we covered what is Sukrutino, 4 types of people, and who is qualified. Dachaini Mataji say, Vishishyate. Vishishyate means he is specially qualified. Who? The one who is philosophically trying to understand the nature of God with devotion. Means he is trying to obtain the knowledge and engage it in devotional service, not merely getting knowledge for some general IQ or some academic purpose. It's not that. Okay, a lot of people who have embarked Gita Gyan, from here we can actually see, yeah, from those who have embarked on Gita Gyan knowledge, a lot have actually left, right? Because they were inquisitive, Okay, let's talk about this last two. Yeah, they were inquisitive. Okay, some, they have gotten some knowledge about Krishna and they thought, okay, I think I've gotten some knowledge. Okay, so I understood what's in Bhagavad Gita from front to back. Okay, for those who are staying, you want to know more and more and more, and a lot of you are already engaging that information and knowledge in your devotion service. You're actually practicing at home. So this is the best according to Krishna. Krishna says, this person, Vishishyate, he is very dear to me. I am very dear to him. He is dear to me. So this is the difference. Okay, having said that, we all have come to Krishna for some reason, one of these four reasons. Therefore, we are not selfless yet. We do not have pure love for Krishna. Means I don't have any motivations, but I only want Krishna. Like Arjuna. Arjuna doesn't want Krishna's battalion. He doesn't want the army. Okay, he only wants Krishna to be with him. That is pure love. So when you are there thinking that you only want Krishna, nothing else, then we are pure devotees. Okay, so the four persons who come to Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions, are they pure devotees? No. Why? Because their devotion is still laced with individual desires, motives. Okay, so again, that is not wrong. At least they are coming to God seeking help. Okay, it's just that they have started their path, they have started their journey, and they are on that journey now. Okay, so gradually as they engage their senses in devotional service, the devotional service is so pure that their senses will be purified. So all this we learned last week, how the bhakti itself can help this four category of people. Okay, so that's how purified and powerful bhakti is. Okay, so our energizer question today: what will you do when you pray for something but do not get it? What will you do when you pray for something but do not get it? You can use your own example, or
If your
yes, Prabhu.
if your belief is strong, you will continue until you get it.
Okay, you will continue to pray until you get it. Very good, Prabhu. Very unflinching faith. We call that unflinching faith. Anybody else? How about a kid coming and asking you something, and then you don't give it? Where do they go? Where do they go to? You can relate like that. I mean, you can, be relaxed about this question. You can just say what you feel like saying. What do you do if you do not get what you prayed for?
They go and ask help from another person.
Okay, what kind of person is that?
They feel that the other person has more, more power or like that. They
Yes,
think,
they're getting
they'll
that.
keep on preaching, they'll keep on
Experience.
preaching till they get.
That's right. Yes, Prabhu, you're saying something.
Like a higher
fine.
priest.
Sorry. Who was that? There's another Mataji was saying, speaking.
Param, yeah.
Okay, Saras Mataji, you were saying something.
They will try to seek for another person to get help. If they cannot get help, they'll try again. Come back to the same person and try again to get it.
Okay. All right, Param Prabhu, you wanted to add?
You need to see whether you are praying correctly or not.
Praying correctly or not? Wow, very good. Anybody else? Okay, right. So usually if we do not get what we prayed for, looking for with some person, and you don't get it, what happens to us? Two things can happen. We lose faith in that person that we are praying to, all right? And then second, some Mataji said, what's the other thing? We go to another person who is more powerful or more popular. Okay, so we always find better alternatives. We always look for better source. Okay, we are always resourceful like that. Okay, so today we want to see who is the most powerful that can fulfill all our desires. Okay, so we don't have to go Google search so many places. So there's only one stop center and we can get whatever we want. Okay, so I'm going to take you on Ferris wheel. So this is Ferris wheel. This is Ferris wheel. Okay, so actually I don't want to take you on Ferris wheel. I want to take you off the Ferris wheel. Let's not be on the Ferris wheel. Okay. All right. So let's link this topic to last week's topic. Last week we saw 4 kinds of pious people who begin to render devotion service, who begins bhakti. Now today's topic will be among these people who will be worshipping the devas, okay, and what kind of results that we will get from them, okay, and whether this process is necessary for us. Okay, so we want to ensure that whatever process that we are following is the best, or if it is necessary. Okay. Okay, can we have somebody to read 9.20? Guna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The English will do.
Those who study the Vedas and drink some juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly, purified of sinful reaction, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy goody delights. Sorry,
Okay.
Mataji, I forgot my specs.
Okay, no problem. It was correct. Godly delights, and this is Soma juice. Okay, Soma juice is like in the heavenly planets. This is what they do. They enjoy, listen to the music, watch the Apsaras dance, and the Gandharvas music. Gandharvas are singers and musicians in heavenly planets. So they have this entertainment, and then they drink their Soma juice. Okay, so this is how people enjoy in heavenly planets, because on the earth they have done a lot of pious activities. So these are the credits that they will be enjoying, like just like how you collect all your funds, so, you know, your hard-earned money, and then you go on a cruise or you go on a travel. Okay, after the travel, what happens? That is what we're going to do. I'm sure by now you already have that knowledge already, what happens if your travel money finish. Okay, so before we go on to the core of this topic today, we will analyze what is this Trividya. Okay. Trividya means those who study the Vedas. So we want to know who are these students of the Vedas and how come they can go and get the Soma juice? How come they can get the heavenly planets? Okay, let's see that. Trividya. Vidya means knowledge, yeah. Vidya means knowledge. Tri means 3. Okay, so before we go there, how many sections are there in Bhagavad Gita? Level 1.
3, Mataji.
3. Okay. Are you able to tell me all the 3, Mataji? 3 sections from the beginning in sequence. Okay. Anybody else who like to help?
It's written under Sama, Yajur, and Rik.
No. I'm not talking about Vedas yet. Bulum. This is about Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, 3. Bhagavad Gita.
Remember the sandwich picture I used to show you all? There's a bread, and then there's a meat inside, and then there's another bread. Ah, 3 sections of Bhagavad Gita. Murid-murid Bhagavad Gita sekalian. What happened?
Is that the section as in 1 to 6, is it? And then, no, 7 to 12.
Correct. What is that, Matis? How do you categorize it broadly?
1 to 6 would be achieve bhakti through work. Is that the one? No.
Okay, yes, through Karma Yoga. Correct. Second one.
Karma Yoga. Second one is Bhakti Yoga.
Very good.
And the last one is through knowledge, Jnana Yoga.
Okay, very good. So we have 3 sections in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. So if anybody asks you, What are the 3 ways that we can achieve God realization? These are the three ways. Okay, so please remember, write down somewhere. Karma yoga, you can realize God through work. You can realize God through bhakti. You can realize God through jnana. Okay, the entire Bhagavad Gita is about Krishna's telling, which is the fastest and quickest. I mean, fastest and easiest. Okay, so this should be the takeaway from your entire level 1, level 2 Bhagavad Gita. Okay, all right. So
Please
we always
repeat
go back
again.
to the.
Excuse me, Mataji, can you repeat that 3 again, please?
Okay, Karma yoga,
Yes,
bhakti yoga,
yes.
jnana yoga.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So these are 3 ways we can achieve God realization. Okay, and the goal of understanding Bhagavad Gita is understanding what Krishna is trying to say on which is the easiest and simplest method in Kali Yuga. Okay, all right. So let's go to Vedas. So Vedas also have 3 kinds of knowledge. It is called Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Now, Karma Kanda is different from Karma Yoga. So please understand that. Okay, Kanda means activities. Okay, so activities related to karma, activities related to worship, activities related to knowledge. Okay, so this Vedas, it has so many knowledge. Okay, but you can generally categorize it into 3 sections this way. Okay, clear? So we will move in a bit more. 3 kinds of knowledge in the Veda. Let's go to Karma Kanda first. Karma Kanda means, can you see the picture? What do you see in the picture? Sorry, Prabhu.
Yagam.
Yeah, yagya, right? Yagya. Okay, so Karma Kanda means the right way, or the, let's put it in a simple way, like the legal way or the allowed way for us to enjoy this material world. So when we take things from the material world, we are taking things from the Devas. What are we doing for them? This is from Bhagavad Gita also. What did Krishna suggest? We are taking the grains, the Devas giving rain, crops grow, we are taking grains, we are eating. What are we doing in return for the Devas? Do you remember the cycle of sacrifice? How do we thank the Devas? How? Why are we doing yagya? To get more money? For the well-being
Gratification.
and house? Why are we doing yagya? Why Lord Vishnu in the beginning of creation, together with the man, he also sent this guide on doing sacrifices? Why?
Gratification.
Prabhu?
Gratification.
Yes, gratitude. We are actually expressing our gratitude to the Devas who provide us all the necessities. So we can take things from the material nature, okay, and we need to give it back also. So this entire process is described in Vedas, which means the right way to enjoy this material world. Okay, these are like, this consists of performance of rituals, sacrificial rites for material benefits, because along this process, you will have detachment from your wealth, because you're going to engage your wealth, your time and energy to do all the sacrifices. So you're putting there your things there to sacrifice. So slowly, this will slowly detach us. Okay, this is the gradual elevation. Gradual elevation. It's okay for you to enjoy the material world. You are getting some things for you and your family, but you give something in return. Okay, so this is basically fruitive activities in the right way, is in a regulated way. Okay, not illegal, not in an abominable way, not harming others. Okay, this is what prescribed in Vedas. Okay, which it is carried out under the Vedic injunctions. Okay, you can enjoy, but according to the guidelines, not whimsically. Okay, So this will gradually purify us to understand our real position. Okay, step by step. So this is what karma kanda means. We are adjusting how we can adjust material happiness or material living very nicely. Okay, we are executing fruitive activities. We are also doing this. Okay, so this is how we enjoy material world. This is for general application of the students of the Vedas. Okay. Okay, karma yoga and karma kanda, like I mentioned earlier, karma yoga is different from karma kanda. Who can tell me the difference? Who can tell me that? Who can distinguish that for us? Who can help? What is karma yoga and why is it different from karma kanda? Actually, we can beautifully link this to Arjuna's one of the SESD reasons. What is your understanding on karma yoga? Okay, level 1, level 2. Kala Mataji, are you able to tell us? Guna Mataji? Kaya Mataji?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Tachaini Mataji, are you able to tell us the difference? Karma yoga, karma kanda.
I say karma yoga means a person is suffering and distress and the bodily suffering and all these things are going.
Okay, that is karmic reactions, right?
Yeah. So what they do, they seek a way to, sometimes you are in some kind of problem and sometimes you feel that it is your karma is affecting you. So you start having the kind of prayer, vyatna, to save you or get you out of this bondage. Like, so God will help you. That is my understanding, but I'm not very sure. Is it the right?
Okay. All right, I understand. Yes, you're actually elaborating on the how karma works and
Yes.
how people
So
want
to
to
come
avoid.
out from this karma, some
Correct.
people will go and call a priest to the house, have some prayers. They think it is because of their past karma or whatever they have done, the sins and all that. Sometimes you're going through some kind of difficulty in life. So what they will do, they will have some prayers, they will bring a priest and try to have some prayers and hoping that this will have some changes in life and all that.
Okay, understand, Mataji. Right, thank you.
Can I try?
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Okay, karma yoga is reaction, right, to your whatever you are doing.
No, karma is reaction. So we
Yeah.
have karma yoga here.
But this kanda is something like negating karma, right?
Karma kanda, yes, you do get karma. Yes, correct.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
how it link lah.
Okay, what is karma yoga, Prabhu, for you? What is karma yoga?
Karma yoga is more like doing things that create less karma, right?
Okay. How do we do that? You're coming there. What are we supposed to do?
Whatever the scripture tells you to do lah, so to
Okay.
speak.
Okay. So actually that one is karma kanda. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, is it renouncing all activities and engaging in devotional service and all that?
Is it renouncing activities? Did Krishna ask Arjuna to renounce activity? What was it that Krishna asked Arjuna to renounce?
He actually didn't, he had a fear that he's killing his own grandfather, his brother,
Okay.
his uncle, yeah. So he said, don't fear. Whatever karma, that's action, you leave it to me.
Is it action?
So he said, you do what I say. If you
Okay.
have to kill, you have. That karma will not affect you. That was
Okay.
what he was saying.
Okay, so what exactly Krishna asking Arjuna to let go?
Fruits of his
the results.
Fruits of
Yes,
his
results.
material.
What's the results?
Yes.
Yeah, Roja Mataji, very good. And Yamuna Mataji, okay. Yes, both of you got it. Okay, so let go the result. That is Karma Yoga. Okay, now I put everything in perspective, yeah. Karma Kanda. What does Kanda means? What did I say earlier? Kanda means?
Activities.
Okay, activities. Karma means work. Okay, it could mean work. It also could mean reaction. Karma Kanda means fruitive activities. Okay, as prescribed by the Vedas. All right. Now, when we use this information from the Vedas and apply in our life, it is called Karma Kanda because we are satisfying our senses. Karma Kanda means, Karma Kanda is for sense enjoyment. Okay, you're clear on that. Now, Karma Yoga means detaching from the result. Okay, we are just carrying out our duty, but we are detached from the result. Okay, so later on, this Karma Yoga can turn into Jnana Yoga also. Okay, Karma Kanda later on can become Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, as you go on the Ashtanga Yoga ladder, finally, Bhakti is at the top. So this one we did 2 weeks ago. Okay, the topmost yoga. So the beginning will be Karma Yoga because we always begin by detaching ourselves from the result. Arjuna was so attached, attached to the impact that he thinks he is going to cause. Oh, I'm going to kill people. Oh, the houses will be lost of man leaders and the woman will be exploited and there will be unwanted children. There will be loss of the destruction of family tradition, so many things. Arjuna was so attached to the result. What's going to happen next? Okay, so this is why Krishna said, surrender the result to me. Okay, all right, so this is the difference between Karma Kanda and Karma Yoga. Okay, next, we are going into Upasana Kanda. Okay, clear, huh? Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga, because this can be applied in our daily life. Okay, Upasana Kanda means worship of different devas. Okay, it could also mean worship of the Supreme Lord or devas or different types of powers. Okay, so basically this is referring to the devas. Different guidelines given in the Vedas to worship different devas because there are so many devas, okay, in our Sanatana Dharma. And the Vedas provide us the guideline how to worship these devas. Okay, this is called Upasana Kanda. Okay, so basically the devas are just different parts of the entire body of the Supreme Lord. They are the agents. Okay, just like there is a king and the king supervising the government, and we have so many ministers, and this is how the devas function. Okay, there is one king, but there's many ministers. All right, and there are 3 kinds of Upasana. It's called Dhyana, Puja, and Bhakti. So all these come under Upasana Kanda. Okay, so we are going to focus on this for today, but I will also brief on what is Jnana Kanda. Jnana Kanda is basically knowledge. Yeah, knowledge of the absolute truth, knowledge of any activities related to God. Okay, it could be knowledge, it could be philosophical, anything in that line. So remember, just like Bhagavad Gita has 3 sections, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. There are 3 kinds of knowledge in the Vedas: Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Kanda means activities, and what kind of activity that the Vedas have? Karma, Upasana, Jnana. Work, worship, knowledge. Work, worship, knowledge. So these 3 information are in, these are the 3 knowledge that you can find in the Vedas. Okay, so conclusion on these 3, right? And I'm summarizing it now. These are the activities dealing with fruitive work, philosophical speculation, and worship. Okay, so ultimately these 3 knowledge is supposed to elevate somebody on the path to abandon or let go Karma Kanda, let go Jnana Kanda, let go worship, Upasana Kanda, finally come to Bhakti. Okay, this is or attain liberation. This is the goal of the Veda. You gradually go up the steps and you will attain liberation slowly, because not everybody can take up bhakti immediately. So some people, they have to go through these processes. Okay, it is also mentioned that karma kanda is like a feet of the man, upasana kanda is the heart, and the jnana kanda is the head. So you elevate yourself that way. Okay, now we see who will take up this tri-vidya, three kinds of knowledge. So the persons who are more or less materialists, they are not transcendentalists. These are the kind of people who will take shelter of this Vedic tri-vidya, or three kinds of knowledge. Okay, what is more or less materialist? Either they are slightly below being materialist, or they are extremely materialist. I think that's the understanding, more or less materialist. So they are not transcendentalists. They are not pure devotees. Transcendentalists means pure devotees. So they are not transcendentalists. So these kind of people, like I mentioned earlier, they take shelter of the Veda and carry out activities based on the injunctions given in the Vedas. Okay, so if they want to do this, right, there must be a goal why they want to do this. This is to prepare themselves to be transferred to other planets and become freed from all sinful reactions. Tell me who does not want to be freed from sinful reactions? We all want to be free from sinful reaction, and that is why we are sitting here. Okay, because we already have that realization that who am I? Why am I suffering? Who is God? Why am I here? And where am I going to go? This is our next goal, to understand where am I going to go and what should I do to go to that place that I want to go, want to be. Okay, right. So the higher the planet that you go to, you will be free from sinful actions. Okay, they are actually preparing themselves to go to other planets when they die. Okay, so ultimately everybody wants to be free from sinful reactions. Okay. What is the destiny of those who did not take shelter of tri-vidya? They will glide down to lower planets because they do not know what to do, what not to do, what to follow, what not to follow. Okay, so like this, they will whimsically engage in activity that can land them in vikarma. What is vikarma? What is vikarma? Do you all remember? What are the three kinds of karma we learned? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
What are the three kinds of karma?
Akarma, vikarma, and karma.
Karma. Okay. And which karma relates to the sinful reactions?
Sinful, vikarma.
Vikarma. Very good. Those who are proportionately greater sinful, they get lower grade life in lower planets. So definitely we don't want to go there. Okay. Now we look at people who take shelter of the Trividya. The destiny of those who take shelter of Trividya, they get greater, they who have gotten greater, great pious life while they were on Earth. Okay, they get higher grade life in higher planets. They get better grade life in higher planets, like Brahmaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka. What is Brahmaloka? In what position? Do you know where's the location of Brahmaloka in the 14th planetary system? Is it in the lowest, or is it in the middle, or is it at the higher? Is it the highest? What do you know about Brahmaloka? So we want to understand where is Brahma residing. Do you all remember this verse? Krishna says, "A Brahma Bhuvana Loka, Punar Avartino Arjuna." From the lowest planetary system to the highest planetary system, repeated birth and death take place. So Krishna used this planet's name, Brahma Loka. Brahma Loka is the highest planet in the 14 planetary system. Above that is Viraja River, which is separating the material realm from the spiritual realm. So Brahma Loka is at the border there. Okay, Brahma Loka. Jana Loka means this is a planet where Naishtika Brahmacharis go. Okay, Naishtika Brahmachari means they have not had any female partners in their life. Like they have had a lifelong vow of celibacy. So these kind of people, they go to Jana Loka. Tapaloka. Tapaloka means those who have performed severe penances. So they will be transferred to Tapaloka. So all these people, right? Brahmaloka is where gods and celestial spirits live. So basically, people aim to go to these places if they, if they have knowledge about these planets, right? They will have a life free from sins. Their life will be righteous. They will uphold some principles and values so they don't get into unnecessary or bad activities. So like that, with that, they will be transferred to all these higher planetary systems. Okay, so this one I'm relating to those who have understood the knowledge in the Vedas, then they practice it and they stay away from committing sinful activities. They will be going here. These are their destination. Okay, and then back to Brahma Bhuvana Loka. Even in the highest planet, material planet Brahma Loka, there is that. So no matter how good you are, how zero sinful you are, when you are in material world, you're doing so much of charity, you make sure that you do not smoke, do not drink, you don't harm any living entity, you had the perfect life, you can go to this place, this place, this place. But eventually you will also have to die. Okay, those places also have birth and death. Okay, remember Krishna said, Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna. Okay, he says there is birth and death in every planet. As long as you are in the material realm, this will not go off. You probably will live for millions of years, but eventually you will have to die. And there's an annihilation, and everybody will die together with the planet's annihilation, destruction, everything will happen. Okay, so this is material world. Okay, even if you go to higher planets, still we are still materialists. Okay, we can also calculate the duration of Brahma's time. It seems 2 seconds in Brahma's world, it's 4 yugas on material, on Earth. Okay, so time flies very fast on Earth compared to Brahmaloka. Okay, the time there is very fast. I think that's how you relate that. If you remember the pastime where Lord Brahma hid Krishna's cows and his friends, okay, it will be just for a while only. And then when he comes to Earth and he see, 1 year has passed. Okay, just a couple of minutes like that, is 1 year has gone already, something like that. Okay, all right. So this is the destination of those who practice the injunction of Vedic scriptures, who take shelter of Trividya. Okay, all right. So Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. This is what we're going to look at today. So Upasana Kanda means worship of different devas. Okay, can we have somebody to read for us? 9.23.
I read, Mataji.
Okay.
Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Thank you, Mataji. So we want to know what Krishna means by doing in a wrong way. Okay, he never say that worshipping them is wrong, but we are worshipping them in a wrong way. Okay,
Those who
yes,
are
okay. So let's try to understand what do we refer to when we say devas. Okay, devas are officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. We follow the laws made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Okay, they are just executors, right? So there is no need to worship the devas. This is the direction of Bhagavad Gita. Trying to worship them for material desires is like bribing them. This is what Krishna said. We are worshiping them in a wrong way. Okay, just apply that in our system, right? The police, the ministers, they have been given salary, they have been given some powers and duties, job description to do things, all right? But when we want to get things done fast, okay, in our favor, what do we do? What do we do? Hey, can you give me that contract to my company? So what do you do? Param Prabhu, what are we doing here? Param Prabhu, not here. He left already. Anybody else?
No, we are bribing them actually.
Yeah, because they have their rightful things to do, but we are trying to shortcut here, shortcut there. Okay.
Well, I'll ask you one question, Mataji. Let's
Yeah.
say I like to go to Hanuman temple in Bridgefield. I love to go and see because from many years I used to go there. Even though I have a Krishna in my house, I pray to Krishna and all that, and do my japa and all that. But still, I like to go to Hanuman temple. If I get a chance, I still go.
Sure,
Well,
sure.
last week, this week also, Wednesday, I went in the night. Went to the temple. Is it wrong? Can I
Okay.
ask Hanuman? Because sometimes you think that but we are not asking him to do favor, just that he put a good word to Krishna like that. Is it okay to ask like that?
Yeah. Can you see the third line here? Can you read that line, Mataji?
Yeah, trying to worship them for material desire is like bribing them.
Yeah. So as long as our motive of our prayer or worship is not material desires.
Not for material desire, but just and I know sometimes we are in some desperate situation that we don't know what to do and all that. And we are trying to find a solution. But we know Krishna is putting us in this all kind of things, whatever which is happening to us today. It is his way, but he's not going to drown us. He's going to take us out from that drowning. I know he will take it out because it's part of our karma. We go through some of the problems we face.
We just need strength, right?
Just that. But sometimes we feel like going there and then just praying and looking at him, we feel our mind, our
Comforted. We seek comfort.
Comfort. Yeah, that is what I say. It's a comfort, hoping, even he will put a good word to Krishna and say, your devotee is having some problem.
Definitely.
That's what we are seeking, I'm not trying to bribe him or say, but just for the comfort. They say when you go to a temple, the energy is there, it's very powerful. The energy is there, positive energy and all that.
Yeah, of course, the energy helps us to stay calm, think clearly, right?
Yeah.
Not so much drowning in emotions. All this will help, Mataji. So like that 4 Chaturvida Bhajante Mam, right? There are 4 kinds of people seek God. One of it is distress. So we may not be pure devotee if we approach God, but if we do not approach our Father, then where we will go? We are still considered pious because we are going to the right people, right? We are not going for some black magics or some.
No, I don't believe in all that. Because there is someone who's better, better person. Why do I need to go for But just that you feel comfortable after coming back from a temple or prayer, and seeking this kind of environment and all that, and you feel okay, like that.
That's true. I totally understand, Mataji, because sometimes we are not in total surrender to Krishna. So we have some sentiments towards certain Ishta Devas. We have, right?
Yeah. Because from small we have been following, like you like to pray to Hanuman, And then we pray to Krishna. Of course, I pray to Krishna all my life. But I still love to go to Hanuman temple. I don't know why, some kind of attachment to him, because of Ram or what, I don't know. Attachment to Ram. So I feel I like to go to that temple only. And beside it is a Krishna temple. The both of them are there. I'll go to Krishna temple, do my prayers, then after I come back to Hanuman temple and do my prayers there.
What I can share at this moment, Mataji. So in the 9 types of devotional service, Lord Hanuman is given as the epitome of Dashyaras. Dashyaras means servant. He is #1 example as a selfless servant. So he has been selfless towards Lord Ram and Mother Sita. So if you have that attachment to Lord Hanuman and you want to dovetail your bhakti to Krishna through worshipping of Lord Hanuman, you can seek that servitor mood that Lord Hanuman had for Lord Ram. You can dovetail it that way. So there's always a way how we can dovetail our interest in Ishtadeva to Krishna. So eventually it will go to Krishna, but it is through certain ways that we are feeling comfortable because we've been accustomed.
I feel like Krishna could be the father, but sometimes we cannot talk to our father. We are talking to him every day, but I think sometimes it's like you want to talk to your mother, it's like that. So we're like talking to your mother, hoping the father also will be a
that's true.
That kind of attachment you have,
because they are also devotees of Krishna. So when we ask, could you please tell Krishna to engage me in his service? So they'll be very happy. Oh, finally, there is somebody who is not asking some material benefits from me. They are asking pure devotional service. So I would like to help them. This is how the sadhus have explained. So they'll be more happy to help us when our desire is not material based. Okay. So look at here, Mataji, demigod worshippers actually worship Krishna, but in a wrong way, because we try to cut corners here and there, bribe them. I give you money, you give me this. Okay, so this should not happen. This is why Krishna said, you are doing it, but you're doing it the wrong way. So if you rather don't do it if you're doing it wrong way. Okay, that's what he's saying. And this is also like you're watering a tree. We don't actually water the leaf separately, the trunk separately, the branch separately, or the fruit separately. You pour water to the root and the entire body of the tree will be nourished. So here it is mentioned that if you can show all your love, you surrender all your love to Krishna, then all the agents and ministers that's taking care of this material planet, they will be satisfied. Okay, you can do it that way or this way, but the risk is when we can do things wrongly. Okay, so that is not very intelligent because we tend to bribe them and ask for material benefits, and these material benefits are temporary. Why? Because the devas also eventually they will be annihilated when there is pralaya or mahapralaya. Okay, so when they are destroyed, the boons and the material benefit they have given us also will be destroyed. It is not eternal. So the only thing that we can ask the devas to help us is to engage us in Krishna service, give us bhakti. So all this will be eternally helpful for us. It will not be stripped off when we die, when we leave the body. Okay, so there are many, I don't know what this picture is about. So these are pictures of different devas. And I actually don't know. I think these are people in distress, I think. And then they're seeking various benefits from the devas. Okay. Can we have somebody to read this? Kala Mataji, the one in the yellow box here. And actually, you can read both boxes.
The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to their offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. This is started here as Avidhi Purvakam. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the demigods.
Okay. Yeah, continue, Mataji, the blue box.
Mataji, actually, I am reading from my phone. It's a bit blur.
Oh, okay, okay. Never mind, Mataji.
Yeah.
I can read.
Can I read, Mataji?
Ferris, Mataji can.
Worship the Supreme Lord. Everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord Krishna only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the Lord.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So yes, we go straight to the king, or we straight go to the prime minister. Okay, so sometimes because they have been given some duties, so we get the contribution from them, and then we give, we are actually paying tax, right? So tax is like our the yagyas that we are doing. So they will be satisfied. But Krishna said, if you are worshipping me, then you don't have all that obligations. Okay, if your friend is prime minister, then why would we want to deal with ministers? Okay, so if your prime minister, the prime minister is our very good friend, straight away pick up phone. I want this. Can you do this for me? Okay, can settle. You know, it's like that. All right. Otherwise, we are going around bribing them. I want this, I want that. And one is illegal. Yeah, it's illegal. Number two is unnecessary. We are doing it wrong way. Okay. So if we deal directly with Krishna, Krishna knows what to give, what not to give. Basically, Krishna will not simply give any material benefits that will not last forever. Okay. So that's the difference. Okay, 9:21. Can somebody read for us?
Shall I read, Mataji? When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure, and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, this is what we've been saying, right, just now. Okay, so like I say, you go to the higher planetary system, you enjoy the Gandharvas and Apsaras dancing, and then you drink the Soma juice, you enjoy happiness. There's happiness, there is no distress, okay? There is no problem, no job problem, no assignments, no loans to pay, okay? You enjoy, right? You go travel, but eventually your pious credits will be exhausted. Once it's exhausted, boom, you come down to material planet, you take birth again. You go through old age, you get disease, finally you die. So from your birth till death, how you have conducted your life will determine your next destination and your next body. Okay, and then you enjoy again, maybe more years, more and more years. And then boom, you come back down. And then you continue again, collect all your pious credits, because we haven't gotten the knowledge that this is soul, the soul is changing body like it's the body is changing dress, and we keep going on and on and on in this 8.4 million species of life, and jumping up and down to different planets. Okay, you could even go to Brahma Loka, still boom, finish your credits, you have to come back down. No extension, no cash access. Okay, you have to come back down. Then you have to go again. So like this, how many times are we going to do this? All right. Okay, so it is good to follow or to have a regulated principle of enjoyment based on the injunctions given in the Vedas, but it is only giving us a nice life while you are here. Okay, but you're still incurring karmic reactions. You're still taking birth. Birth is painful. Old age is painful. Disease is painful. Death is also painful. Okay, so the idea is escape from this material planet, go to the spiritual planet, and you do not have to come back down. Okay, and you have to remember in this entire creation, this material planet system, right, this 14 planetary system is just 1/4 of the entire creation. There is a bigger world out there, 3/4. Okay, so we have done something wrong. This is why we were put into this prison house. So you want to break free. So maybe in the prison house, you have a first class prison, second class prison, third class prison. Okay, but it's still a prison, right? Still a prison. There is no escape. Okay, so next, what is the result of the Deva worship? Can somebody read?
Okay, I'll read, Mataji.
Okay.
What is the result of demigod worship? The goals achieved by the demigods worship are also temporary, mortal planets. We may go to heaven, Indraloka or Sarvaloka, but until we have spiritual realization, we have to keep coming down again and again. No one can escape it.
Yeah. Is it clear, Prabhu? Can you read the English also? From the
highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death takes place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Okay, wait, Prabhu. Can you read this one also?
When the results of their pious activities are finished, those in higher planets are again driven out from the planet, and they come to this material earthly planet. And again, they try here by sacrifices, by other means to go to the higher planets.
Okay, thanks,
So
Prabhu.
repetition, right?
Prabhu, yeah. So like this, we are going up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so we can worship the devas provided our intention is right. But if you're going to go to them asking for cars and houses, beautiful wives or husbands and or opulent life, things like that, you probably will get it, but it is temporary, right? Okay, and while you're at it, like while you're actually accumulating it, you are actually incurring karmic reactions. All right, so where is it going to end? You are being granted your boons because you are able to please the devas. All right, and you have this material desires, so it will be fulfilled. But once you get it, you have to spend it. Okay, do you all remember the movie where the Rajini movie? He would have spent all the money, but last minute got some money came in. He has to spend it. Otherwise, he will not get the bigger treasure of it. What movie is that? So, do you all recall that? Do you all watch movie? Oh, I'm the only one watching movies. Do you all remember? Do you all see the lesson in that scene? Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't watch TV?
Watch, but forgot the movie. He had to
Which
spend everything.
Rajini movie?
The part that he's been given a great fortune to do some charity, I think. But to get that, he has to spend a small amount of money. Then he would have spent everything. But suddenly at the last minute, he will get some more. And he has to spend that also.
Yeah. So he give us the salary to the secretary.
Yeah, the secretary. Yeah, so it's like that. You will be trying to nullify your karmic reactions. But by asking these kind of material things, you're actually continuously getting bonded. You're bonded. You just couldn't break from the shackles of the chain. It's still, you're still handcuffed by this chain. Okay, your actions going on. Then the reactions are coming. Actions going on. Reactions coming. The reactions could be good or bad. Okay, so right now we are talking about the good ones. Yeah, we are being very positive here. So you're going to higher planetary system. You're going to enjoy your Soma Jews, Gandharvas and Apsaras. But what happened? You're still coming down. Okay, you can go to Indraloka. Indraloka is the heaven or Swargaloka. Brahmaloka, Satyaloka, same. Okay, sometimes it's called Satyaloka, sometimes it's called Brahmaloka. The heaven is called Indraloka or Swargaloka. Okay, because the king of heaven is Lord Indra. Okay, that is why it's called Indraloka. Okay, but until we have spiritual realization, we have to keep coming down again and again because we think being happy is the end of it. Everybody have to be happy. Happiness always. Okay, and they think that's the end of it, but it is not. Okay, there is something more than happiness. Okay, and this one I actually mentioned already. Krishna says from the Brahma Loka until the lowest, these are all places of misery. Okay, and he says one who attains my abode will never take birth again. So this is a promise that Krishna gives. This is a permanent solution. Okay, and then this one, like I said, when you go for traveling, you bring your traveler check or whatsoever, but once you're exhausted, you have to come back home. Okay, and by doing all the sacrifices, you are still continuing in the activities, in the karma kanda activities. Okay, let's see the benefits of those who are promoted to higher planetary system. Okay, I'm going to open everything. Can we get somebody to read?
I read.
Okay, Rojana.
Those who are promoted to higher planetary systems enjoy a longer duration of life, better facilities for sense gratification, not allowed to stay there forever, not attain perfection of knowledge, fails to understand Krishna, the cause of all causes, becomes baffled about achieving ultimate goal of life, subject to the routine of being promoted to the higher planets and then again coming down like a Ferris wheel.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So I think a lot of it I explained already. You will live longer. You have better facilities, all much better than what we have here. Okay, so this is why people want to go. Make it as an aim when people die, right? I pray that he goes to heaven. All right, so when he goes to heaven, of course, there's a lot of happiness comparatively, relative to this material, this planet Earth. Definitely life in the higher planetary system is better, is much better. Okay, but still, after you finish, they don't realize that after they finish the credits, they have to come back down. So we are actually praying for something very temporary for the people who have departed. Okay. And because there is no devotional activities in this higher planetary system, because this higher planetary system is fully enjoyments, there is no problem. And because there is no problem, people are not pushed to understand, who am I? Why am I here? Why am I suffering? What should I do? Where should I go? So they don't have these questions. Only we are having it here because we are suffering here. So in higher planetary system, there's no suffering. Okay, so until we exhaust our money, we are going to be there. Okay, so we would not attain any perfection of knowledge while we are there. We will not be engaged in any kind of relationship with Krishna. Okay, and we will fail to understand Krishna because there's absolutely no chance for us to revive our Krishna consciousness there. And then we will never know what is our ultimate goal of life if we are stuck there. Okay, so while we are not thinking of all this, while we are still enjoying all that, suddenly it's finished and poof, you come down to material world. And this is the Ferris wheel that I don't want us to get into. Okay, all right, you go up and then you come down. You go up and you come down. Can we have somebody to read this slide?
I read Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
Like a Ferris wheel, instead of being elevated to the spiritual world from which there is no longer any possibility of coming down, one simply resolves in the cycle of birth and death on higher and lower planetary systems. Like a Ferris wheel, we go up sometimes and come down sometimes. Sometimes up, sometimes down, just like a Ferris wheel. Thank you.
Sometimes up, sometimes down. But, and then we are going in a circle again and again and again, like the hamster, right? The hamster running the wheels, right? He keeps running, but he's still there. All right, so it's like that. So we want to aim to cross the Viraja river, cross the Brahmaloka, cross the Viraja river. We want to go up further. Okay, because there Krishna said we will not come down. Okay. All right, next slide. Somebody can read. Earlier somebody wanted to read. Anybody would like to read?
Okay, Mataji, I'll read.
Which Mataji? Sorry. Sarus Mataji, is it?
Where is perfection? If we want to achieve perfection, one should better take to the spiritual world, Kologa, to enjoy an eternal life full of bliss and knowledge and never return to this miserable material existence. For perfection, we need to go to the spiritual world from where there is no return.
Okay, the one next to it also, Mataji, please.
After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Bhagavad Gita 8.15.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So this is our target. We want to go to spiritual world. Okay, and where there is no return. Okay, we want to know why we want to go to spiritual world. There is no return. Okay, other than the Brahma Loka, Brahma Bhuvana Loka, where Krishna says, who comes to my abode will not return to this world. Again, here in 8:15, okay, earlier was, I don't have that verse number here. Okay, and later Krishna also mentions in 8:15, after attaining me, they do not return to this temporary world. Okay, this place is full of miseries, because once they go to spiritual planet, that is the highest perfection. So nobody wants to come down. All right. Okay, so we are at the end of the topic for the week. Okay, we have other segments. So this is our application. Okay, do you want to be on the Ferris wheel where the biggest point implies the highest planetary system and the lowest point indicates the lowest planetary system? So definitely we are not engaging in sinful activities because we are sitting here, all right? But the point, the concern here is that we all want to go to heavenly planets, higher planetary system. We want to accumulate a lot of pious credits by doing a lot of good things, all right? But do we want to go to, do we want to continue to collect this kind of points so we can go to the highest planet? Or you want to be on the top of the Ferris wheel? Because eventually they're going to come down also. Okay, so let's hear from somebody. Param Prabhu. What is your opinion, Prabhu, on today's topic? What is your understanding?
But when we're told that even if you go to the Brahmaloka, you still experience death. So what is the point of going Brahmaloka?
Yes.
And how long you'll be there?
Yeah.
That part, I'm not so clear.
Prabhu, sorry, can you repeat the last something you said?
Just now they said that even Brahmaloka has death, right?
Mm.
And then if we go there and then you still have to come back to the cycle.
Mm.
Why is that?
Yes. Yeah, so we finish our money, we come back. No matter how classy the cruise ship is, no matter how expensive the 5-star, 6-star hotel that we're going to have when we go for holiday, finish money, still have to come back. So like that is where I always like to give this kind of example. You can have a first-class holiday with all the money that you've accumulated. Yes, you are enjoying your hard-earned work, all your credits you enjoy. But it will finish. It will finish because these are this is material planet. You will finish and you have to come back. But in another place in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, he says that even a small step that you advance in devotional service, that 1%, 2%, 3% or 4% or 5%, it will be stored in your soul. All right. And when you die, when you come back, you will continue from 5.1 or 6%. Okay, you will not start from 0. Whereas if you accumulate material benefits like whether it's in your academy or your money or car or wealth or opulence, when you die, everything zero rise. When you come back, you still have to work towards it from the scratch. Okay, so that is the difference. So Krishna gives this kind of explanation also. Okay, it was the smallest advancement will save us from the greatest type of fear. What fear? Repeated birth and death. Okay, this is what Krishna promised us. So what steps are we taking to get out of the Ferris wheel? We are doing it now. We are engaged in Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Hearing, chanting, glorifying, speaking. We are also discussing. You are sharing your thoughts, your realization. You are inspiring all of us. And then once the class is over, I hope that we are constantly remembering, recalling all this information that we have shared and learned. Okay, so that will be my request, my humble plea to all everybody. Okay, so once in a week, we absorb all this information and we run our entire week. And then we come back again, we recharge, we remind ourselves why we are here, what are we doing, and then we go on another week. So this is why weekly Sangha is very important. Okay, so initially we started on weekly, but because of my dad's situation, it became bi-weekly. So I think I'm enjoying this weekly thing, like we dedicate Friday for hearing, okay? So that's about our Ferris wheel, okay? I don't want to take you on a Ferris wheel, so it's scary, okay? Okay, let's go for some reading. We have 9 more minutes. Okay, there's plenty of reading here. Yes.
One should not equate the name of the Lord with those of the demigods. By worshipping the Supreme Lord, one automatically serves all the demigods because they are parts and parcels of the whole. If one supplies water to the root of a tree, all the parts of the tree, such as the leaves and branches, are automatically satisfied. And if one supplies food to the stomach, all the limbs of the body, the hands, legs, fingers, etc., are nourished. Thus, by worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can satisfy all the demigods. But by worshipping all the demigods, one does not completely worship the Supreme Lord. Therefore, worship of the demigods is irregular and it is disrespectful to the spiritual injunctions. In this age of Kali, it is practically impossible to perform the Deva Yajna or sacrifices to the demigods. As such, in this age, Srimad Bhagavatam recommends Sankirtana Yajna, Yajnaye Sankirtana, Praye Yajantihi Sumedasa. In this age, the intelligent person completes the performances of all kinds of yajnas simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tasmin Triste Jagat Trista. When Lord Vishnu is satisfied, all the demigods who are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord are satisfied.
Thank you, Mataji. So there are a couple of points here. So this one will be mentioned already, watering the root of the tree. That's how you nourish the entire tree. Okay. So we shouldn't be worshipping devas the wrong way. Our intention should be right. And why is it difficult to perform sacrifices to say thanks or to show our gratitude to the deva? Is because not everybody can afford it. It's not cheap, okay, and not everybody can do it. Therefore, you have to engage qualified brahmana, which is a scarce now. It's scarcity. Okay, they are just probably taking it as a profession, but they're actually not living a brahminical life. Okay. All right, outside on the outward only they may seem like brahmanas, but we don't know how the quality of their life is, what is their purity, and then the ingredients that is used in the yagya, are they pure? Right, so we don't have pure milk, pure ghee, we have blood milk, and we don't know how the cows are tortured to get the milk. So nothing is so pure. What we can do is we can offer to Krishna to remove the remaining karmic reactions there, and then we can partake that but how many people are doing that in performing these yagyas? Okay, so there's fault in this. There's always shortcomings in the sacrifices. So because not everybody can do this, the Bhagavatam recommend the Sankirtana Yagya. You just need your mouth, your own voice, your energy, and you can do the Yagya using your own body. Okay, you don't need any external equipments or instruments. That is why it is recommended in Kali Yuga. Okay, and then when you're Lord Vishnu is also called Yagya Purusha. Remember in chapter 13, we learned the enjoyer. Nature enjoyer. So there's two enjoyer. One is us and one is Krishna. We are the small enjoyer and he is the supreme enjoyer. So ultimately it's for his enjoyment. And when he is pleased, everything will be pleased and you do not have any obligations or duties to do if we can please him. This is what he says in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. One more reading. Anybody available?
I'll read, Mataji.
Okay.
Preaching activities satisfy the Lord. The Devas are called Sakama devotees or devotees with material desires in mind, while the pure devotees are called Niskama devotees because they have no desires for their personal interests. The Sakama devotees are self-interested because they do not think of others and therefore they are not able to satisfy the Lord perfectly. Whereas the pure devotees take the missionary responsibility of turning non-devotees into devotees, and they are therefore able to satisfy the Lord more than the Devas. The Lord is unmindful of the non-devotees. Although he is sitting within everyone's heart as well-wisher and super soul, however, he also gives them the chance to receive his mercy through his pure devotees who are engaged in missionary activities. Sometimes the Lord himself descends for missionary activities, as he did in the form of Lord Chaitanya, but mostly he sends his bona fide representatives, and thus he shows his causeless mercy towards the non-devotees. The Lord is so satisfied with his pure devotees that he wants to give them the credit for missionary success, although he could do the work personally. This is the sign of his satisfaction with his pure Niskama devotees compared to the Sakama devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So I think the first line here, right? The demigod worshippers, I think the one word is missing here. The demigod worshippers are called Sakama devotees because they are going with the wrong intention. Mostly they're going with wrong intention. I want these material benefits. I want that benefit. Okay, so basically they are more into just satisfying their senses by asking all these requests, putting in all these requests. And the difference between Niskama devotees is that, Sakama devotee, they are more into satisfying their needs, right? Whereas the Niskama devotees, they like to spread the love of God to everyone by encouraging people to chant, things like that. So much so that even the Lord has come down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to encourage the people of the world to chant the holy name. So this is how important it is to understand what is that everlasting gift that we are giving to people. What is the best charity? The best charity is something that can stay with somebody forever, for eternity. Like forever it's going to be there. It will never be exhausted. Okay, unlike pious activities. Okay, pious credit will be exhausted eventually. Okay, so sometimes he comes sometimes he comes himself, sometimes he sends his representative to do this, to carry out this mission. Okay, all right. I think the last one is a video.
Question: what is the problem if one worship demigod? Answer: in Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 7, text number 23, Lord Krishna says, men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods. but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. The demigods are different parts of the body of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Not only are demigods parts of the Supreme Lord, but ordinary living entities are also. Regardless of the situation, if one knows that both the demigods and human beings are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord, his knowledge is perfect. But if he does not understand this, he achieves different planets where the demigods reside. This is not the same destination the devotee reaches. The results achieved by the demigods' benedictions are perishable because they are within this material world planets. All results achieved by worshipping demigods are perishable, and such worship is performed by the less intelligent living entity. Because the pure devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness in devotional service of the Supreme Lord Krishna achieves eternal, blissful existence that is full of knowledge. His achievements and those of the worshipper of the demigods are different. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. His favor is unlimited. His mercy is also unlimited. Therefore, the mercy of the Supreme Lord upon his pure devotees is also unlimited. Demigods are the devotees of Krishna. The biggest benediction a demigod can offer one is the devotional service to Lord Krishna. Thank you very much. Please chant Hare Krishna and be happy.
Yes, so the last line, right? That is important. The devas will be very pleased to grant our wish that we want to be a better devotees of Krishna. Okay, so I think that's all. Yeah. Okay, do you have any questions? So I hope this is okay. Honestly, I like to say things like, so it is important to understand. It's not like we are saying, Krishna is saying it is wrong to worship the devas. It is wrong to worship the devas in the wrong way. Okay, if you know the right way, then it's going to be beneficial for our spiritual life. But it's just that mostly the tendency is to ask material benefits, and the material benefits are perishable. So it will be not intelligent to ask for material benefits even from Krishna. Okay, so don't think that the devotees of Krishna do not ask material things from Krishna. We also do. Okay, we also do, but it is not intelligent to ask. So be it from the devas or Krishna, it is not intelligent to ask material benefits. Okay, so basically, I always pray like this for a peaceful spiritual life. So when the goal is set like that, whatever that is going to serve that purpose, Krishna will know what to give us. Okay, because sometimes our prayers also can go wrong. We probably ask for the wrong things, and that can land us in trouble. And then who do we blame? Oh God, just because I asked, you gave me, now I'm in trouble. So are we going to go back to that? No, right? So we have to pray safely. We need to know what we are praying for. So the safest prayer is to chant the Maha Mantra and let Krishna give us what he thinks is good for us. Okay, number one, material benefits perishable, and the maximum you can go to Brahma Loka and you're going to come down. Okay, and when you take birth, you're going to start from scratch. You're not going to carry forward account. That's not going to happen. Okay, right. So is that okay? Any questions? So yeah.
Goloka
Mm-hmm.
is Krishna Loka is
It's Goloka.
Goloka. What go as in go mata cow or go Govinda?
Goloka. Go means cow.
Go Govinda, because we always say Govinda.
Govinda means one who gives pleasure to the cows. But Goloka, I never thought that what could be the meaning of Goloka. Yeah. Anyways, we safely can say spiritual world, because Vaikuntha planets, Ayodhya planets, all these are also spiritual planets. So there are 5 kinds of liberation that we can get. attaining same form as the Lord, staying on the same planet. There are 5 more, things like that. So these are all different kinds of liberations.
I think I'll be in the Ferris wheel for a long time.
In what? No.
It'll take a long time for me to be off the Ferris wheel, I think. Let alone Brahmaloka and Jnanaloka. Oh my God. Oh, not Jnanaloka cannot. Oh, and then coming back,
Cannot.
coming back to the Jnanaloka, is it only the brahmacharis who can go there? That's not fair.
Yeah, never mind. We have other planets also.
Okay.
Never mind, Mata, we go to Goloka. Or even we want to come back, let's be born in a devotee's family so we can accelerate our advancement. Then we can go to Goloka.
Easier passage.
Yeah, and yes, it is true that even the devas, they're actually hankering to be born on material, on planet Earth, because this is where the chances are there to engage in devotional service. So yes, there is a verse. Let me try to get that. They are actually waiting to come here to execute devotional service, and then they can go. So this is a fast track. This planet Earth is a fast track to go to a spiritual world. So that kind of wash and spin happening here on this Earth. Okay, so I think if there's no question, then we can call it a night. Thank you so much for coming, all of you. Is it okay that we continue with our Sangha next month, even after we finish our level 3? We'll just get some application of Bhagavad Gita in our life, that kind of topics. That will be helpful. What do you all think?
Yes.
I don't mind, Mataji. I like, let's continue. You don't have to complete.
Yeah.
Maybe we can touch on the Vedas as well. I'm completely nil on Vedas and things like that.
Yeah, we will definitely touch here and there. Definitely.
Vedas and Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm also looking forward how to infuse this. Yes, Mataji, look into that also.
You
Are you
can,
attending the
you
Thursday?
can enlighten us.
Yeah, I also, because that will also give me an opportunity to read properly and then understand like how I'm doing for Bhagavad Gita. Are you attending the Thursday class with Sudarshan Prabhu? Bi-weekly Bhagavatam class? Anybody from here attending? Nobody.
I'm
Okay.
attending Srimad Bhagavatam with, last time was our Pulitam, but now it's Dinesh, Dr. Dinesh.
Dr. Dinesh, okay. So Roja Mataji.
I'm doing with him Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay. So Roja Mataji request to pronounce Sanskrit. Actually, I had another request also from my flower team Mataji. They also wanted me to teach how to pronounce the Sanskrit verses. So maybe we all can gather once in a while and we'll go and we can learn. That is nice. Thanks, Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Good night. See you next
Hare
week.
Krishna Mataji. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Mataji, thank you so much.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Jay, thank you so much.